Greasley and welcome to Cracking CGI. Well, in this short tutorial we're going to take a look at FFDs, freeform deformers. Now I've already created two pieces of geometry and converted them to editable polys. Okay, so let's select the cylinder first of all. Having selected the cylinder, it's put us into our modify panel. Here we can see editable poly. Now we find the FFDs in our modifier list. Let's left click here and scroll down. Here we can see FFD. Now we have a FFD 2x2x2, 3x3x3, 4x4x4, a box and a cylinder. Okay, let's start by selecting the FFD 2x2x2. Left click to select it. You'll notice that our cylinder now has a yellow banding around its dimensions. And we can also see the FFD modifier in our modifier stack. Okay, so what can we do with this? Well, let's just take a look. Now, if we try to do anything at this moment in time, select something, nothing happens. It disappears. Right. What we have to do is go into the modifier. So we click on the little plus sign there, and here we can see that we've got control points, lattice and set volume. We'll look at the control points and the lattice in this one. First of all, let's go to control points. So left click to select. Now the FFD becomes active. Okay, let's have a look. You'll notice that we have points here. It's actually 2 by 2 by 2, as the name suggests. We can click on a point there and you'll see that we get our gizmo, and now with our gizmo we can move it around, and as we move that point around you can see that our piece of geometry is deforming. Okay, let's just undo that. Now we can select as many control points as we'd like. We can select them all and just move, but let's press Control and select another control point. Okay, grab that plane there and we can pull it that way as well. Just press undo, grab that point there and let's take that down, take it up. Okay, and that's just the 2x2x2. Let's undo that, go up to the root and we'll delete that one. Okay, let's pop into our modifier list again. Let's have a look at the 3x3x3. Now we can see that we have 3 lots of points going up and along here, so 3x3x3. Again we have to pop in, and this time control points. Let's say this time what I'd like to do is select these control points in the middle. If we select our scale tool, that's R on the keyboard, press in the middle layer and squeeze it in, we can see that our piece of geometry is now pinched in the middle. That's of course if we want it in the middle. If we press W for our select and move tool and then pull those up, there you can see we can modify it. I like that. And that's not all we can do with it. Okay, let's just pop into auto key for a moment. I'm going to set a keyframe there. I want to move it say 80 on mine. I'm going to bring it up to there, move on to 160, bring it down to there, or maybe there, and 240, bring it back up to the middle, and 280. I don't know, shall we bring it across? Let's bring it across then, and then back to the middle. or maybe just a little bit beyond. Okay, let's turn off our auto key and let's see what we can do. A little bit of animation. Ooh, I like that a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so you can see the benefits of using these freeform deformers. Let me just delete these keys here. And switch this off again. Okay, so we can pop up for there and let me delete it. And you'll notice that our cylinder reverts back to its original shape because we didn't collapse it to an editable poly. Let's now take a look at the 4x4x4. As we can see, 4x4x4. Let's just pop around here for a little bit. Now we're going back into our FFD. We'll look at control points again. Same thing, we can select them. In fact, I think we might have some selected at the back as well. Probably. Okay. So, same thing. As you can see, we'll pull these out, do anything we want with them. Let's just undo that. And now I'll select the middle section once more, go for our scale tool, R on the keyboard, and I'm going to pinch it in the center again. Now that we have that done, I'm going to pop into lattice. Select our select and move tool, W on the keyboard. Let's pull this up to the top. Okay. Now I'm going to pop onto our timeline again, go auto key and set a key. Let's bring that to 60. Let's bring that through and down. 120. Let's bring it up. 160. We'll move it across and say 220. Move it across there. I'll say 280. Move it back into the center. And I think you know what's going to be happening. Okay, let's turn that off and play the animation. And now you can see the possibilities for this little modifier. And let me just put this back to 0. Select these keyframes there and just delete those. Move up to root and remove it from the stack. Let's select our sphere because I think it's feeling a bit left out there. Okay, so we have our sphere selected. Let's pop into the modifier stack. This time I'm going to select the box. Now, to all intents and purposes, it looks like an FFD 4x4x4. So what's the difference? Well, the difference is down here. We can actually set the number of points. So it's saying 4x4x4. Well, I may only want 2 in that section. Or I could want 6 or 8. So we can have as many points as we like. So press OK. Now you can see, here we are, we've got 4x4x2, and that would let us make modifications. Sorry, we need to go, let's select our control points, select a couple over there, W for our select and move tool, and we can really play around with it. And don't forget, we can animate this with our lattice. So that's the attributes of FFD box. Now down here we do have some additional things. We can select all in the x-axis or the y-axis or the z-axis, and we also have tension and continuity. Basically that sort of releases the tension on the splines. Now we can't actually see the splines, so I just go with what effect does it have, and this is the effect. It's like pumping air in or taking air out. Same with continuity. It's basically altering the effect on the object. So that's basically FFDs. They're very handy, very useful modifiers, and great for animation. Well, that just about covers everything. I hope you've learned something from it. All that remains is for me to say, I'm Mike Greasley, and you've been watching a cracking CGI production. I'll catch you later.